Part 10, exercise 1.4. So the first problem is an evaluate each of the following. That means we have to find the answer for the each of the problem. So minus 30 divided by 10. That means you have to write minus 30 in the numerator and minus 10 in the denominators. So I can cut here 0 and 0. So what is the answer? Minus 3 divided by 1. So the answer is an minus 3. So the second one is 50 divided by minus 5. So in numerator I have to write 50 and denominator I have to write 5. So whenever I cut 5 with the 50, so the answer is a 10. So here the two integers are having the different sign. So that is in numerator positive and the denominator is a negative. So that means I have to put the negative sign. So the answer is minus 10. And third one is minus 36 divided by minus 10. So in numerator I have to write minus 36 and denominator I have to write minus 9. So whenever I cut 9 table, 4 9s are 36. So I get the answer as a 4. So here the numerator it is having the negative sign and the denominator is having the negative sign. So both the integers are having the same sign, negative sign. That means I have to put the positive sign. So the answer is here 4. And subdivision D, minus 49 divided by minus 49. So here 49 and 49 are equal. So I can cut. So the answer is 1. So in numerator I am having the negative sign and the denominator I am having the positive sign. So that means the two integers are having the different sign. So I have to put the negative sign. So the answer is minus 1. The next one is subdivision G, 13 divided by minus 2 plus 1. So what is the order of operation? Anything inside the bracket that should be executed first. So here inside the bracket we are having minus 2 and plus 1. So these two integers are having the different sign. That means we have to subtract. So 2 minus 1, the answer is a 1. The biggest number is a 2 that having the sign as a negative sign. So we have to put the negative sign. So the answer is minus 1. So 13 divided by minus 1. In numerator we have to write 13. In denominator we have to write minus 1. So 13 divided by minus 1, the answer is 13. So again the two integers are having the different sign. That means I have to put the negative sign. So the final answer is minus 13. Then subdivision F, 0 divided by minus 12. 0 is divided by any number, then the answer is also an 0. So 0 divided by minus 12, the answer is an 0. Subdivision G, minus 31 divided by minus 30 plus minus 1. So the order of operation is first the bracket should be executed. So inside the bracket we are having minus 30 plus minus 1. So here the two operators are nearer together. That means we have to change the sign. So plus into minus, the answer is minus 1. Here minus 30 minus 1. So the two integers are having the same sign. That means we have to add minus 30 minus 1. The answer is minus 31. So minus 31 divided by minus 31. So minus 31 or 31 cancelled. So the two integers are having the same sign. That means I have to put the positive sign. So the answer is 1. Next one is minus 36 divided by 12 divided by 3. So the order of operation is inside the bracket should be executed first. So minus 36 plus 12. So here the two integers are having the different sign. That means I have to, sorry, it is not plus, it is divider. Inside the bracket we are having 36 divided by 12. So that means we have to divide minus 36 divided by minus 12. So here whenever I get cut with the 12, I get the answer as a 3. So these two integers are having the different sign. That means I have to put the negative sign. So the answer is minus 3. So minus 3 divided by 3. So we get the answer as a 1. Minus 1. Next one is minus 6 plus 5 divided by minus 2 plus 1. So here too we are having the 2 bracket. So which one should be executed first? We have to execute it from left to right. So minus 6 plus 5. So here the two integers are having the different sign. That means I have to subtract. So 6 minus 5, the answer is an 1. The biggest number sign is a negative sign. So I have to put it as minus 1. Then divided by minus 12 plus 1. So here also we are having the two different signs. That means I have to subtract. So minus 12 plus 1, I get the answer as here minus 1. So minus 1 divided by minus 1. So here the two integers are having the same sign. That means I have to put the sign as a positive sign. So the answer is here plus 1. Next one is verify that A divided by B plus C, which is not equal to A divided by B plus A divided by C. So here A is distributed to B as well as A is distributed to C. Very first, what is the problem given here? A equal to 12 and B equal to minus 4 and C equal to 2. So what is the LHS? Any expression before the equal sign, that is called as a LHS. So which one is the LHS? This is the LHS, and this after the equal sign any expression is there, that is called as a RHS. So here this one is the RHS. Very first I will find the value for LHS. So A divided by B plus C. So 12 divided by minus 4 plus 2. So what is the order of operation? Any integer inside the bracket, that should be executed first. So minus 4 plus 2. So here the two integers are having the different sign. That means I have to subtract. So 4 minus 2, the answer is at 2. The biggest number sign is a negative sign. So I have to put the negative sign. So 12 divided by minus 2. Again the two integers are having the different sign. That means I have to put the negative sign. 2 divided by 12 divided by 2. The answer is 6. So the final answer is minus 6. Next we have to find the RHS. So A divided by B plus A divided by C. So that is 12 divided by minus 4 plus 12 divided by 2. 12 divided by minus 4. When I cut with the 4, we will get the answer as a 3. So again the two integers are having the different sign. That means I have to put the negative sign. So the answer is minus 3. Then again if I cut 2 with the 12, I get the answer as a 6. So minus 3 plus 6. So the two integers are having the different sign. That means I have to subtract. So 6 minus 3, the answer is a 3. The biggest number sign is a positive sign. So the final answer is 3. So the LHS value is the minus 6 and RHS value is the plus 3. So the LHS is not equal to RHS. That means A divided by B plus C is not equal to A divided by B plus A divided by C. So that is verified. What is the question number 2? A equal to minus 10 and B equal to 1 and C equal to 1. So very first we have to find the LHS. That is A divided by B plus C. So anything inside the bracket should be executed first. So 1 plus 1, the answer is a 2. So minus 10 divided by 2. Whenever I cut 2 with the 10, I get the answer as a 5. The two integers are having the different sign. That means I have to put the negative sign. So the answer is a minus 5. Next we have to find the RHS. A divided by B plus A divided by C. So minus 10 divided by 1 plus minus 1 divided by 1. So whenever any number is divided by 1, we get the same number. So the answer is minus 10 plus minus 10. So here the two operators are nearer together. That means I have to change the sign. So minus 10 minus 10, both the integers are having the same sign. That means I have to add. So 10 plus 10 is 20. The biggest number sign is a negative sign. So the answer is minus 20. So what is the LHS value? It is minus 5. RHS is minus 20. So if minus 5 is not equal to minus 20, therefore A divided by B plus C is not equal to A divided by B plus A divided by C. So what is the third question? It is a fill in the blanks. We have to find the answer for fill up. So what is the first question? 369 divided by dash equal to 369. So any number that should be divided by 1, we get the same answer. So the answer here is a 1. So 369 divided by 1, we get the answer as in 369. So what is the subdivision B? Minus 75 divided by dash equal to minus 1. So that means whenever I divide the same number with the same number, then I will get the answer as a 1. So here one of the integer is a negative sign and the other integer should be the positive sign. So I have to write here as the plus 75. So minus 75 divided by plus 75, I get the answer as a minus 1. So the next one is an minus 206 divided by dash equal to 1. So when any number is divided with the same number, then only I will get the answer as a 1. So here in answer we are having the positive sign. That means the two integers should have the same sign. So one integer is a negative sign. That means the other integer is also a negative sign. So minus 206 is the answer. And then subdivision D, minus 87 divided by dash equal to minus 87. When you get the same number as the answer means you should divide the number by 1. So in answer I am having the negative sign. That means in question the two integers should have the different sign. So already I have the negative sign. So here the answer should be the positive 1. So the next one is an dash divided by 1 equal to minus 87. So already 1 is here. So the answer should be 87. So in answer I am having the negative sign. So that means the two integers should have the same sign. So that means minus 87 minus 1. Then only I will get, oh sorry, one of the integers should have the different sign. So minus 87 divided by 1, we will get the answer as a minus 87. Next one is a dash divided by 48 equal to minus 1. So here the answer is a 1. That means the two integers should have the same number, that is the 48. In answer we are having the negative sign. That means the two integers should have the different sign. So in question already the positive sign is given. So we have to write here as the negative sign. So the answer is a minus 48. Then subdivision G, 20 divided by dash equal to 2. So when 20 is divided by 10, I get the answer as a 2. So in answer I am having the negative sign. That means the two integers should have the different sign. Already in problem 20 having the positive sign. That means the 10 should have the negative sign. So the answer is a minus 10. Dash divided by 4 equal to minus 3. So here the answer is an 3. So here the divided denominator is a 4. That means here we have to write the numerator as a 12. So in answer we are having the negative sign. That means the two integers should have the different sign. In question the 4 are having the positive sign. So that means the answer should be the minus 12. So the next one problem is an write 5 pair of integer a comma b such that a divided by b equal to minus 3. One such pair is 6 comma minus 2, that is 6 plus 6 divided by minus 2 equal to minus 3. What is the problem given here? So here the two integers are given, one is an a, another one is an b. Whenever I divide the two integer, I have to get the answer as an minus 3. So like that we have to write the 5 pair of integer. Where first I took the a value as a 24 and b value as a minus 8. Because in answer I am having the negative sign, that means the two integers should have the different sign. So 24 divided by 8, the answer is a 3. So that is minus 3. So next one is a minus 12 divided by 4. So whenever I cut 4 with 12, I get the answer as a 3. The two integers are having the different sign. That means in answer I have to put the negative sign. So the third one is a 15 divided by minus 5. So the two integers are having the different sign. That means I have to put the negative sign. Whenever I cut the 15 with the 5, the answer is a 3. So next one is an 18 divided by minus 6. So the two integers are having the different sign. That means I have to put the negative sign. Whenever I cut 18 with the 6, the answer is here 3. So next one is 60 divided by minus 20. So here I can cut 0 and 0. 6 divided by 2, the answer is a 3. The two integers are having the different sign. That means I have to write it as minus 3. The next one is the temperature at 12 noon was 10 degree above 0 if it is decreased at the rate of 2 degree per hour until midnight. At what time would the temperature be 8 degrees Celsius below 0? What would be the temperature at midnight? So what is the question given here? The temperature at 12 noon. So that is the afternoon. The temperature will be 10 degrees Celsius above 0. So above 0 means it is denoted as the positive integer, that is plus 10 degrees Celsius. If it is decreased at the rate of 2 degrees Celsius per hour, each hour the temperature will be decreased by 2 degrees Celsius. A decrease means the integer is denoted as the negative integer. So that is minus 2 degrees Celsius. So what is the first question asked here? What time would the temperature be 8 degrees Celsius below 0? That is, whenever the temperature will be minus 8 degrees Celsius, we have to find the time. And then second question is, what would be the temperature at midnight? So at the midnight, what is the temperature? We have to find the answer for both the questions. For very first, I write what is the temperature at the noon. So the temperature at the noon is plus 10 degrees Celsius. So the rate of decrease in temperature is 2 degrees Celsius, that is denoted as here minus 2 degrees Celsius. So how many hours will be there between 12 noon to midnight? So 12 noon to midnight there is 12 hours. So what is each hour? How many temperature is decreased? It is decreased by 2 degrees Celsius. So we can find the temperature for the 12 hours. That means you have to multiply 12 into 2 degrees Celsius. You will get the answer as here minus 24 degrees Celsius. Now we can find the temperature at midnight. So how can you find the temperature at midnight? That means you have to add the temperature at the noon plus from the noon to midnight. What is the temperature? That you have to add. So the temperature at the noon is plus 10 degrees Celsius. After noon, the 12 hours temperature is minus 24 degrees Celsius. Here the two operators are nearer together. That means we have to change the sign. So plus into minus is minus. So plus 10 degrees Celsius minus 24 degrees Celsius. The answer is 14 degrees Celsius. The biggest number sign is negative sign. So the answer is minus 14 degrees Celsius. So what is the temperature at midnight? The temperature at midnight is minus 14 degrees Celsius. So what is the next question? What time would be the temperature at minus 8 degrees Celsius? So for that we have to find the difference between the noon temperature and the temperature what is given in the problem. So what is the temperature at noon? It is 10 degrees Celsius, and in problem what the temperature is given, it is temperature is given as here minus 8 degrees Celsius. So difference means you have to subtract. So 10 degrees Celsius minus of minus 8 degrees Celsius. Here the two operators are nearer together. That means I have to change the sign. So 10 degrees Celsius plus 8 degrees Celsius. The answer is 18 degrees Celsius. So the difference between the noon and the temperature given in the problem is 18 degrees Celsius. Now we can find the hours for the temperature. How can I find the hours for the temperature? Each hour the decrease in temperature is 2 degrees Celsius. So 18 divided by 2 we can get the hours. So 18 divided by 2 is 9. That is 9 is denoted as the 9 hours. So after noon the 9 hour can be denoted as a 9 p.m. So next one is in a class test, plus 3 marks are given for every correct answer and minus 2 marks are given for every incorrect answer and no marks for not attempting any question. So for question number 1 is Radhika scored 20 marks. If she has got 12 correct answer, how many questions has she attempted incorrectly? So what is the problem given here? For the correct answer, the mark awarded is an plus 3. So for an incorrect answer, the mark awarded is an minus 2. And if there is no question attempted, then the mark awarded is an 0. So here, what is the problem given here? Radhika scored 20 marks. That is, the total mark for the Radhika is an 20. If she has got 12 correct answers, so how many questions she written correctly? 12 questions. How many questions has she attempted incorrectly? So what they are asked, you have to find the question that were not written correctly. So the total marks obtained by Radhika is at 20. So how many questions she written correctly? 12 questions. So 12 into 3. So for each question the mark awarded is an 3 mark. So 12 into 3, the answer is an 36. So the mark obtained by Radhika for incorrect answer, that means total mark minus the mark she score for the correct answer. So 20 minus 36, the answer is a minus 16. Now we have to find the number of questions she written incorrectly. For incorrect answer, how many mark is reduced? The mark reduced is an minus 2. So minus 16 divided by minus 2. These two integers are having the same sign. That means I have to put the positive sign. So 16 divided by 2 is an 8. So how many questions she written incorrectly? 8 questions she written incorrectly. So what is the next question? Mohini score minus 5 mark in this test, though she has got 7 correct answer. How many questions has she attempted incorrectly? So what is the question given here? Total marks that was scored by Mohini is a minus 5 mark. So how many questions she written correctly? She written 7 questions correctly. So what is the question asked? You have to find how many incorrect questions she returned. So the total mark scored by Mohini is a minus 5 and the number of correct answer is an 7. So you have to multiply 7 with the 3. So because the mark awarded for each correct answer is an 3. So 7 into 3 equal to 21. Now we have to find the incorrect answer. That means total mark minus the mark she got for the correct answer. So minus 5 minus 21. So these two integers are having the same sign. That means we have to add. So for 21 plus 5, the answer is an 26. So the biggest number sign is a negative sign. So the answer is an minus 26. Now we have to find how many questions she written incorrectly. For each incorrect answer, how many marks is awarded? Minus 2 marks is awarded. So minus 26 divided by minus 2. So the answer is 13 because two integers are having the negative sign. That means you have to put the positive sign. So plus 13. So how many incorrect answers she written? She written 13 incorrect answers. So what is the next one? A elevator descends into a mine shaft at a rate of 6 meter per minute. If the descent start from 10 meter above the ground level, how long will it take it to reach minus 350 meter? So what is the question given here? So there is one elevator that is moving into the mine. So for each minute, how many meter it will cover? It will cover 6 meter for a minute. So initial stage, the elevator at the position above the ground level is 10 meter. Above means you have to denote the integer as a positive integer. So that is plus 10 meter. How long will it take to reach minus 350 meter? That means minus 350 meter means that the elevator should be below the ground level. Okay. So how can we find? Very first we have to write. So what is the position of the elevator? Initial position is a 10 meter above the ground level. So that is plus 10. Then whenever the elevator, what is the position the elevator has to reach? The elevator has to reach the position is a minus 350 meter, that is below the ground levels. So very first we will find the what is the distance between the initial position and the final position. So what is the initial position? It is the 10 meter and the final position is a minus 350 meters. So we have to find the difference between these two positions. So minus 350 meter minus of plus 10 meters. So here the two operators are nearer together. That means we have to change the sign. So plus into minus is minus. So minus 350 meter minus 10 meter. The answer is minus 360 meters. For 1 minute, how many meter it will be reached? It will meet 6 meter. So the elevator is moving at the speed of 6 meter per minute. So it is moving down. Down means you have to denote the sign by minus sign. So the rate of descent equal to minus 6 meter per minute. So the total time taken by the elevator, which is equal to the total distance that will be traveled by elevator divided by the time. So minus 360 divided by minus 6. So we will get the 60 minute. So 60 minutes equal to 1 hour. So how much time it is required to reach the minus 350 meter? It required 1 hours.